What up, guys? Happy Thursday. Hope you're having an amazing one. If you're catching this video live, do me a favor and throw it down in the comments and say live. If you happen to catch the replay, go ahead and put in the comments replay so I know when that was, when you came on, timing and all that. Because like I said, I'm trying to time these a little better to get more interaction. So appreciate that. In this video, why should you be watching this video? Well, if you're anywhere in business in any way, shape, or form, and you're a health entrepreneur, you're a chiropractor, you're a business owner, you have clients, or you're in the service industry of some shape, weight, and form, this video is for you. This is something that has been coming up a lot in conversation with chiropractors and my clients that I've been working with, and just in discussion with chiros. And I thought, you know what, let me do a video on this to really just help elevate something. So I want you to think of something that you bought, right? It's something that it may have been a concert. It may have been some health item. It may have been a trip, but I want you to think of something that had a high cost, a big dollar amount, right? Now, the question is, why did you spend that much money on that, right? Was it just what you might have said, well, I want to do this because of XYZ. This is that. There's reasons we come up with. And when we ever spend our money on something, whether it be a high ticket item, then all of a sudden that means we value that, right? We value it in some way, shape, or form. Why do we take our kids to Disney World and spend thousands upon thousands of dollars there? Or, why some people love to travel every month, or why, like myself, I love to have things that help benefit my health. I don't question if whatever's the best out there, let's get it. And I'll figure things out on the way, or I'll save up for it and then I'll get it. I don't hesitate on that. I don't do anything like that because I value my health in so many different ways. It's one of the highest things there is. And so I'm always looking for that, right? So what the heck does this have to do with what you do in your business? Well, if you have a patient or a client ever say this is too expensive, or I can't, I don't have it, I can't spend my money on that right now. You ever get those kind of things? And don't get me wrong, sometimes they just might not have the money for that. Those things do happen, but in my career and in my work with not only just in chiropractic with patients, but also in business coaching and what I've been doing there, when a client's kind of like, I just can't afford it, this and that. And I'll be like, okay, and I'll have to go through these questionnaire thing. And then all of a sudden there may be a video I share and they're just like, I have to do your program. Oh my God, that's what I needed. And I'm like, they didn't have it before and now. And I'm like, value. People spend on what they value. So why is this critical for you in the business? Because your job, if you're a chiropractor, if you're in a health entrepreneur, if you're in the service industry, if you're a coach, your job is to create value, not fake value, real value, okay? Because you want to be authentic and transparent with that. That's a big thing that I'm about. And so when you look at your life and you're sitting there working in your business, if someone says they can't afford it or it's too much, you missed the mark. Notice what I'm saying. You missed the mark to show and create value. This is how I've had a client who flipped a deal of rejection to make over $7,000. I had another client do the exact same thing, not $7,000, but had an objection for a year plan, and all of a sudden switched that around. I have a coaching client, not a chiropractor, an actual coach. He sells high ticket items for a coaching program that he does. And all of a sudden we were able to, again, overcome objection by going back to value, connecting the dots to that, showing how he had an answer for that individual. And all of a sudden that turned around from, I got to talk to my spouse, I think this is too much, I don't think we can afford it, to all of a sudden having that conversation again, readdressing some things, created value, to all of a sudden they went and committed. So it's not about manipulation. I'm against all that. It's all about just connecting the dots and showing value and giving to show how you are that individual who can connect with that, to show them that here's the answers of what we can do. Here's the things of what we can provide. Here's what I can go on and on in many different ways with this. But the thing is that here's what I can do. I remember as a chiropractor, I was in my office, I would always try to connect the dots to why they were in my office. And it's not about pain. If you're a chiropractor and you think your patient is in your office because of pain, or because their child might have ADHD or may have autism, there's other things beyond that. And if you're really good at really diving in and getting to that stuff, that's where you start to connect the dots and show massive value, to where all of a sudden mom or that individual is going to commit to care because you're connecting the dots of the real reason why they're there. You see, people don't pain can be a motivator, and that's, I would say, maybe a small percentage of that. But what really is what's that interfering with their life, right? Same thing as a coach. When I work with coaching, I have a couple coach clients who are coaches, and it's one of those things where I talk about what is the thing that you're trying to solve for your client. What's the big thing, right? You got to tap into this pain, this essence of an emotional string, I like to call it. And it's not from a manipulation. It's just they have to have emotions involved. So when you're connecting with their emotions, now all of a sudden you're tapping to something that means something to them, right? Remember, value. When you connect to their value, then all of a sudden, that's when you can really start to create a transformation and give them hope. And when you can give them hope and you can deliver on the goods, that's what I'm something very big about. You have to deliver on the goods. When you can do that, you now all of a sudden transform someone's life, which benefits you and your mission and all that good things. And it helps you grow as an individual. And I'm not speaking just financially. If you do things for financial reasons, so be it. But for me, it's always been, what am I trying to create a change in someone? So this is, if you guys think, is this resonating with you? Hey, put a like, put a heart on this. And then also share in the comments, what's your takeaway from this? What is something that you're like, oh man, I needed to hear that, or man, this is something that, I need to work on more, or something along those lines. Please share that and, throw in the comments of something. But these are the things that when you connect the dots, always remember this. At the end of this video, I want to share with you that people pay for what they value. If they value with what you do, they will pay. I've seen it before. I've had one time, I've had this happen numerous times, but a patient comes in and says they can't afford it. No matter what, they're just, I just can't. But I'm like, well, I'll just, share what I share and so forth, and we'll just take it from there. And I do. And then all of a sudden they'll come back. And I remember one time my wife called me and I was like, man, she said she couldn't afford it. I really tried to work that one out with her. And I just couldn't. And then she'll all of a sudden, like a week later, call and said she paid in full. She's ready to start care immediately. If you're good with that, she wants to go in. She's already going to book her appointments out. She wanted to book them out for the next 90 days. I was like, yeah, let's do it. I'm excited to work with her. And so it's one of those things where you got to tap into that value system before you create massive change. This is the key that I worked on, having such a massive high closing rate in my office, because I always wanted to go deeper into what I do in every aspect when it comes to looking at how to connect the dots of the reason why they're there. And as for chiropractors, if I can connect with chiropractors really quick on this, it has nothing to do with the pain they're there. Unless you're a pain specialist chiropractor, and even then, they're not there because of the pain. It's usually something else that's motivating to go there, because the pain is interfering with what they love to do, what they enjoy to do, and more things like that. So, so that's where you can really create these massive shifts in your practice, in your career, in your business, is by connecting in the dots to show value for what you do. So that's what I got for you guys here today. And if you need help with that in any way, shape, or form, if you need help to connect the dots, if you're a chiropractor, want to level up your closing rates, build your retention, and really grow your business from an organic, authentic way to live more fuller, not just in business, but in all areas of your life like that. Or if you're a health entrepreneur or you're a business owner, I work with all types when it comes to that. Just DM me. Go ahead and DM me and just put in the comments me. And that way I know that you have interest of wanting to learn more about this. Appreciate you guys as always. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, have an amazing Thursday.